Okay, so I'm gonna start filming myself just doing a bit of production stuff every day, just for shits and giggles, and see where it goes, and hopefully people like it. So if you do, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if there's anything that you want to know in particular, and I'll run through to the best of my abilities. For those who don't know, I've been writing for 11 years, so fucking long time. Oh, excuse my French, but yeah, so I will dive right in. We will figure out exactly what we want. I have mucked around with this sequence that I was doing yesterday in this Fozzicon, which I just bought on sale. So jump in and grab it at the moment because it's sick. Let's change it to dark. Yeah. Okay, mad. All right. So this is the kind of riff that I made so far. I'm just going to automate some parameters. I'm still trying to get used to this thing, but it looks like I'm a pretty quick learner, so I'm figuring it out. That's cool. Okay, so in this panel there's some noise. Tiniest little bit. That's nice. It's amazing how much that changes it. Obviously different waves, but yeah, you get the idea. So oh, that's mad. Look at this. That's cool. Definitely gonna fucking take advantage of that. That's really cool. And just chop and change through that. The other thing I do want to put on this is an ARP, just to kind of control the tail of it a bit. So yeah, I'll try and explain things as best as I can, like running through, but it's always a bit hard just because when I get on a roll, I just want to go. So at least you can rewind back, you can watch, see how I do things, but also I'll try and go a little bit in depth as to like my process and whatnot as well. Like I said, the best thing to do, like, subscribe, leave comments, and that way I can filter through and figure out what's really important that all you guys want to watch or what's not. But yeah, we'll just start with something anyway. So the gate kind of controls... Well, the tail. So start with that. Put the rate, it's 1 to 16, the 16ths. Oh, I can have so much fun with this. Just for now, I'm just going to grab any old kick drum. What I do like to do, I must admit, is shout out to ACIDDD too. This is a sick kick pack. I'm just going to give it a sus in span. Beautiful. That's what we want. Okay, so first thing is first. I am going to just check the key of this. We're in D, by the way, D minor. So I just want to check the key of the kick. If it's in G, that's what we want. A is good too. Warp it. Sounds alright. Down a semitone. Saying it's in F sharp. F. I'll take it. The other thing that I can do too is we can pitch the transient back. So just chop that. Put that back to 0. And then fade that in there like that. And that can work, can not work as well. Yeah, it's working. Yes, doesn't always happen. I swear when I don't try, it always works well. And same thing with the people that I teach. every time I try and do it for my own stuff, it never works. Whenever I'm just mucking around and I do it for someone else, or depending on what it is, it always seems to somehow work out. So there you go, rules to live by. Pretend that you're always not doing stuff for yourself. Sick. Now I do want a rolling bass to sit under that Fozzycon. That's going to be more of like a low mid layer. So that's the ARP that's doing it. So if I get a chord trigger. Nah. By ARP. What I am going to do, new MIDI clip, let's see if this, going from 39, will work. No, I'm just going to record a singular note. God damn it. Okay, I'm just going to make a rolling bass in Serum, stuff it. So the best way to go about this is, first of all, grab Serum. I'm just going to make one, stuff it. Run that through. I'm just going to do this for now. It's going to be quicker and easier. And then I'm just going to put an arpeggiator on that. So if you hold Command, you can like really hone in on these frequencies. Acid, I've noticed when I don't generally use it in my songs, but whenever I've done it for other people, 300 to 400 hertz, you're always going to have some sort of resonance issue, because obviously it's a sound with heaps of resonance. That's what gives it its tone and signature feel. So you're always going to have problematic frequencies in that range. But be diligent with how you cut them out too, because you can overcut. You know, I always just find the best way to do it. Hit the little icon up here so you can solo properly. I'm just going to use an EQ8 because it's quicker and easier. .303, that's exactly what the sound is. So 303, yeah, it's causing us issues. Maybe even around there. I'm just going to go -4. And even that's making a big difference. Okay, and duplicate this. I want to create a dry, wet send in the channel, so leaves this one dry, and then have that one as reverb. Let's go a bit of EQ8, cut the lows out of the verb, and then I'm just going to slap a compressor on it and just sidechain it back for now, just to make life easier. And we will go 39. Let's go 303 riff, just so I know. And that's already much cleaner. I'll just do an A and B so you can actually hear like the difference that makes. It's just night and day difference, really. So this is the old verb. Now, one thing I love to do too is if you press Command K, you go into this key mapping mode. So you click the little thing here, go Q or 1, whatever you want to do, whatever is comfortable on the keyboard. Then if you go Command K again, you press Q, you can just toggle between the two. Makes life so much easier. That way you can quickly shift between one or the other to listen to them in context and get a bit of a quicker, better feel than just going on, off, and works a treat. So that's before. So you can hear the reverbs there, it's present, but the acid's more front and forward in the mix, and that's what we want, so that's awesome. Next I am going to put probably a kilohertz filter on there, to be honest, just to take the highs back for now, so we make it a bit more of like an intro sound. Yeah, give me one sec. Sick. All right. Just gonna find another bass. Stuff it. I'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Go into the search bar. Now, a quick thing with Ableton too is just go to MIDI effects and then just go pitch. If you're lazy like me, it's just so much quicker and easier. Perfect. Nope. Nope. Ah. All right. It's not great, but it's a start. So that's what we're here for. We're just going to keep chipping away at this day by day. So first thing I'm going to do is shape it a bit more, really compact the sound. I might even use FabFilter Pro Q3 for this. It is right here. Linear phase. I'm going to go 30 hertz cut. Oh. I always turn the little keyboard on here and just do it in key too, just to make life easier. You don't have to do it, but I just find that it's quicker and easier to get those harmonics that you want. Let's go 24. Perfect. Now all we need is just a typical hat. So I've got like a hat rack of all my hats that I love. I'll just do this because it's quicker and easier. Yes. Just, I'm going to actually go through and redo these at some point too, but I always just send stuff like this to Ascend. So I've got a sidechain up the top that's triggering, running through an EQ and just a short little room verb, nothing too crazy. It's literally, I'm pretty sure, just the stock settings on Ableton. Screenshot it if you want. Might give it a little bit more pre-delay. I'll bring the decay down a bit, somewhere around there should be fine for now. And we're rolling, sweet. Okay, I'm going to make this into an intro. So we'll bring this over here. And then at least from there, we can have like, I always put markers too, for those that know. No, don't want that. Let me get rid of that. even just freeze this for now. That way it just stamps it. I don't want to flatten it. I just want to freeze it just so it doesn't do that. If it doesn't re-trigger, it's going to cause issues just when we are having playback. And at the moment, I can afford just to copy it as is. It'll be fine. So it should be sweet. Copy that through. Okay, might even just go just a little vengeance closed hi-hat for now. Ooh, that could work. Oh, I like that more. Is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, so bring that over here. This one is a bit of like a filtering up intro hat. Low ends. Always do that just so I know when the heavy kick and bass comes in. I'll have the hat starting from there too, so it gives us a nice transition. Might even go a bit sooner, actually. I didn't realize I was so far out, but there we go. Okay, so around there. Bar 33 is pretty good. Gives you a little bit of time to mix in. Feel like we'll have it slowly filtering and gradually coming up in volume because it's nice just having the sub really filtered there. Like that's awesome. That's sounding much better. The other cool thing we can do here too is put a it depends which one you like. I guess we'll just have to trial and error it, but I normally just bring that down a bit. I'll go on 12. Give it a little bit of drive too. Can be really nice. That one sounds good. And then you just have to automate it from there. That's the only downside to doing that. You can have the drive, but it means you've always got to have the filter on, which is going to change the sound a little bit. I like to automate the actual filters on and off sometimes, depending on the application, but I find that it's just better to do it this way, but it comes down to personal preference. Anyway, let's aim for maybe 30-second intro. Yeah, it's going a bit too crazy long now, so I'm just going to retrace the steps a little bit. No. Okay, low end starting from bar 17. Bar 33, we'll have other hats and stuff come in, and then maybe from bar 49 we start doing a build. So we'll build this from here, and then we will have drop here. Nice little hook in there. And then get rid of the kick. I do like to automate that sometimes too. Can be cool just to give it a bit of, bit of like breathing to come back into, snap it back in again. So it can be really cool. Now, I'm just going to add a limiter to this just to give us a bit of noise while we're writing. Not much, just to give us a little bit more volume. Just, don't want to smash the limiter, but I wouldn't recommend putting any coloring on the master, just always a limiter. Okay, just that way you're kind of getting like the most honest, true sound as you're going along and writing as well. Always helps. Okay. Thing that can be awesome for this type of effect on these as well, it can muddy up the sound a bit, so just be careful, is adding a bit of a vocoder. And then we just want to grab that automation, bring that down here, and then I'm just going to go into this automation here, bring that down. Okay. Maybe not. Sometimes can work, sometimes doesn't. Okay. Let's fix this one up. Got to be careful, I want the body of that. The other thing too is always just listen to it in context with the mix. So, and that way it just helps sometimes to take that headphone thing off. I used to always do things in isolation, and then I realized that it was really problematic because I would carve heaps of stuff out and mold it in a way, and then I'd like listen to it back in context with a mix, and it always, 9 times out of 10, always sounded like shit. So this is the best way to go about doing it without creating that issue and then having to go back and do it again, because there's nothing worse. So just too much. very nice and span at the moment, but we'll get to that anyway. I'll just hone in on the low end when I get a bit of time. Mind you, though, this isn't really sidechained yet, is it? So it's not even sidechained yet. So I'll sidechain it to the kick now. Get a bit carried away. So I normally just put this LFO tool on the kick, and then I'll do it this way. Solo the kick. I know you're thinking, oh my God, why would you do it like that? But I just find you get the best shape of the kick doing it this way. And I aim for just hearing the transient, like still hearing the start, like the full sample of the kick, but until it like really fades away. And then I find that that's pretty much the sweet spot. But look, I could be wrong. Everyone's got their own way of doing it, but I find that this just works for me in getting the response that I want. And then, yeah. That's nice. Still got a bit to go with the... Okay, it's looking much better. Just the acid was really loud too. So, just want to get rid of this too. That's not nice. So about 8K, just on the hat group. I'll just do it through the bus. Turn that on. Just grab one of these. 8,000. Yuck. You can hear it. Right there. Much cleaner. Okay. Next, I reckon we add some. Just give me one sec. Where are we at? I need to set a timer. I don't know how much more I'll be able to get done today because I can only do like 15 minutes. So. Let's get this build up pumping. Okay. No, don't want any of them yet. I'm just going to just use down the smile for now. I always just use it on the master for builds. I'm pretty lazy with it. And I'll just automate it how I want. Cool way to just give this a little bit of width too is maybe in this group I'll just duplicate this and then I'm just going to add a delay, get rid of the Valhalla room, create a bit of ping pong. get rid of all these because I don't need them. Get rid of these. Put the main kick up there. Duplicate it through a bit. Okay, so like I said again, I'm pretty lazy, so I'll just grab another kilohertz filter for now, and then we'll just do a bit of a high pass in the build, somewhere around there. Doesn't really matter for now. Leave the cutoff, and I will automate the device on and off like so. We'll do the cutoff just a little bit more, maybe. There we go, gradually. Should have recorded that automation. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's pretty much where we're going to head with it. And then I'll change the filter in the drop. That'll come up a bit more. I really like that idea of changing the wave in the build, just to give it a bit more... something like this. Maybe that one can come down, that can go up. That is perfect. And I'll just copy that through. And that is us. Oh, and the noise. Noise can come up rapidly in the build, and then we cut it back down again. The cool thing is subtly, you know, like straight off the bat, we've already created like a lot of automation. You know, we've got this fade. Oh, it's not copied through yet, but it will be. Just to, I guess, keep it interesting with like these subtle little details are really what make it up. Like they really add a lot of depth to the song, you know, and I can make it a bit longer in the drop, and then I can bring it in from back here like so, or we put a bit of a curve on it, which you press option and you can do a bit of a curve. And I can copy that in the build, bring that in the drops, and that just gives it a bit more flavor as well. Making a really cool like sound, giving it a bit more groove too. That's mad, really cool. So as you can see, I've got a Foley channel here, which is a sample layer, where if I just go into my folder, I've got like a bunch of atmospheres. I save everything, so all these kind of noises, bit of everything. Cinematic. Nope. Nope. That'll do. That'll do it. Just any sort of section. And then an awesome little hack that I learned very, very, very recently that just saves so much fucking around in time is I just copy them all through like this. And then if you grab it and just run it all the way through and then highlight all of them, right click, create crossfades. Look at that, it does it instantly. And I can just turn them off. Now, however, I do want to cut the low end out of that and just EQ this a little bit. So I want no low end information. Bit of kickstart, never hurt anyone. I don't really... It's got a weird stereo pan on it, so I want to... I'm just going to duplicate it. And then hard left, hard right. And I'll just take these utilities off. And hopefully this fixes it. Might have to go mono though. So I'll just do this, just chuck that in, and then chuck that one in. Should help us, hey? All right. Could work, so I'll leave that for now. It's pretty cool. I'm normally just using Vengeance stuff for claps and snares. I just find it, it works. The melodic techno pack in particular is really good. That's nice. Let's end it on a good note. I'm going to save that as, and we'll jump back on and see what else we can come up with tomorrow.